You now tuned in to the Gumptown Podcast. I'm your boy Doug B. We ain't got nothing to talk about, but we got something to talk about. Let's go. Good people. Welcome back to the Gumptown Podcast, episode 52. I'm your boy Doug B. If you tuned in to this podcast, thank you for your time and your attention. I really appreciate you giving this podcast a shot. Today's guest, he is the founder and owner of DJ Carver Production, LLC. I'm looking forward to this conversation, and I'm sure you all will be inspired by his story. Let's give a warm Gumptown round of applause for Elijah Williams. Elijah, how's it going, man?
It's doing good.
Glad to hear that, man. Glad to hear that. First things first, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to chop it up with me a few minutes. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Yes, sir. Of course, we're here to talk about DJ Carver Production, LLC. But before we go there, let's get to know the young man behind the brand. What's your story?
Okay, first thing first is my name is Elijah Williams, aka DJ Carver, and I'm 15 years old, a teen DJ. If you want to follow me on Instagram or any social media, you can follow me at ITSDJCarver LLC. That's ITSDJCarver LLC. When I started as a DJ, let's go ahead and get to that. First thing first is I started as a DJ when I was watching other DJs like DJ Jazzy Jeff, DJ D Nice. I've been watching them on social media like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, but most part it got me into it. And then one day, it was a school day, so it was kind of like a prep rally for, I think it was a homecoming for the basketball team, and we was getting ready to go. And I asked the principal, hey, can I DJ for the school dance? She said yes, and I went to my dad, told him everything. He was into it, so he got me the equipment that I need. I practiced only for 2 days because the next 2 days, it was that day. I was excited, a little nervous. And then sadly, I didn't get the job, but it was another DJ there. He taught me a little bit. But then the next day, it was on a Saturday. Well, it was a football game for the Montgomery Saints. I DJ for them for 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours. I did good. It was my first time, but the only lesson that I learned was like I need to get more music because the music I was playing, I was keep replaying the same song, and I just got tired of it. But I got through the day, say, hey, I need to get some more music. That's how I did, and that's my story. And then also my parents, like 2 years ago, we started a business, and I was so excited about that. I definitely just want to say thank you to my mom and dad because they started the business with me. And then once my business had grown more and better to it, that's when I got more gigs and more weddings, more parties and everything like that. And then probably 1 year, I would say to now, I got in touch with DJ Trey from Hot 105.7 from iHeartMedia, and he let me get a chance to learn how to be on the radio. I DJ on the radio on Fridays, sometimes on Fridays, but I love to do it. That is my story.
Wow, man, young man out here chasing his dreams, doing great things, man. And that's powerful that you paid homage to the OGs, and you just gained inspiration from watching them. DJ Jazzy Jeff is definitely a legend, D Nice, and that's good stuff, man. Like I love to see young people like yourself, man, out there chasing their dreams, doing good things, and hats off to your parents for believing in you and pouring into that dream. So in terms of what you got going on over there at DJ Carver Production LLC. So you do all type of events. You DJ weddings, parties. What's been some of your favorite events that you've DJed so far?
Okay, so I would say my favorite event that I had DJ for was actually my auntie's wedding. I would say it was June the 4th. It was the best wedding ever. I did a great job. That was actually my first wedding I ever DJed. So technically that was a learning experience.
Wow. I'm pretty sure. So was everybody up on the dance floor dancing? You had the party rocking at your auntie's wedding?
I had that party rocking.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. So what would you say, what's the most challenging moment of your DJ career, and how did you overcome it? Did you have a situation where your technology didn't work at an event, and how did you overcome it if you ever ran into that type of situation?
Well, I did had that. Technically had that when it was during the COVID-19, and I was doing a virtual party. Well, one of the virtual party that I had, my computer actually had cut off, which I was so scared because I had to get it back running. My phone was on Zoom, and then I couldn't have nothing, so I told them to hold on, please stay tight. Technical difficulties over here, and I tried to get it running and fishing, and I got the party rocking still.
That's dope, man. And that's a life lesson. You're gonna have adversity. You're gonna have times where things don't go your way, but you kept
Yeah.
going and you figured it out, man. That's good stuff. So, what genre of music do you typically like to play the most? What's your go-to?
My go-to is nowadays kids usually listen to hip hop and R&B, but most of the times I like to have my music as an old school top 40s pop, hip hop, R&B, reggaeton, try to get some things that everybody know.
Okay, dope, man, dope. So let me ask you this, Elijah. What goes into making a good DJ? Because a lot of us think we're DJs because we got playlists on our phone, but I know there's an art to it, and the fact that you're able to book weddings and be on Hot 105.7, that tells me you have that gift. What goes into being a good DJ?
What goes to be a good DJ? I would say that you got to practice. You have to practice. Take some time out of the day. If you're bored, you got to practice. Try to look for some music that's out there. Look for popular music, and I think that was it. I would say a good DJ is try to make some goals. Like if have you don't have like that money goals. So let's just say I need $1,000. You don't just say $1,000 in the goal. I want to put halfway into $1,000. So I'm gonna say my goal is to get to $300. That's what I would say.
Okay, nah, that's great, man. Appreciate that breakdown. So what was it like, man? Take me back to that moment when you got your first payday for your DJ services. What was that feeling?
It felt great. And then I was like, how am I gonna save all this money? My parents was like, I'm going to start a bank account for your business. So that's what happened. I put money in my bank account. So I typically have all my wages in from the gig, I'll put it in my savings. And then all the tips that I get, it comes to me only.
Nice, man. That's good stuff, man. Love to hear it. So whenever I have entrepreneurs on the platform like yourself, I like to cover three things: the aha moment, action, and audacity. You pretty
Yeah.
much gone through those three already, but I would like to just kind of go in depth, like in terms of let's go back to your aha moment. What sparked that idea? Where were you? What were you doing when you first had the idea to start DJing?
The idea, I would say I'm going to take it back around 2017. So back then, before the COVID and everything happened, I was listening to the radio. It was a lot of DJs. It was the 4th of July weekend, technically, but I was listening to every DJ. They sound good. They sound great. And then that took me into the moment where when I got back home, I've been watching YouTube after YouTube after YouTube. I've been watching unboxings of DJ controllers, working into it. I want to definitely shout out to my girl, DJ Lister. She always all the way from Detroit, Michigan, and so she explained everything, like everything from the start to the beginning, and now where she at. So I definitely want to shout out to her.
Okay, nice, man. That's dope. That's dope, man. And from the time you had the idea, how long did it take you to come up with a name and a logo and actually get started?
It probably took me like I would say 6 months. The name it took me like a while to figure out. Like I had certain kind of names. I was gonna use my first name, and I was like, it's not gonna work. My last name, I was like a kind of, and then I heard Carver. Like Carver's like got something into it. I know Carver High School in Montgomery, but I use Carver as the DJ because it kind of sounds good. Because Carver, what it means is like to me, you're like chopping up. So you're chopping up the beats, like what you're doing at the same time.
Nice, man. Nice. I was definitely gonna ask you what inspired the name, but you already broke that down. Man,
Yeah.
that's dope, man. So you had your idea and you took action. So in between those two things, I believe there's this thing that happens. It's called audacity.
Yeah.
Who or what gave you that audacity to step out there and actually take that idea and bring it to fruition?
My the audacity, I would say my dad, because he pushed me to do everything as I can. It doesn't have to be like constant DJing. It comes to like football, baseball, anything, even into school. Because right now we're in the school week and it's about to begin working. Because you got like he pushed me to the audacity where I would say, hey, if your grades is not good, you need to push it up to be at least AB honor roll. Right now, I'm actually at AB honor roll right now, which I am impressed, and I want to keep pushing the audacity so I can have more and more talent to it. Because God, He actually gave me the talent, so I would say appreciate it to Him.
Yes, sir, and that's good, man. Congrats on getting the AB on the roll and keep up the good work in school. And just know being smart is cool, man. Don't ever let anybody tell you anything different. Not saying somebody has, but keep it up,
Yeah,
man, because getting your schoolwork, being accountable to yourself, showing up, giving your best effort, those are transferable skills. And hats off to your dad for giving you that audacity and just pushing you to always go to your great. Because, hey, fact of the matter is sometimes your good ain't good enough. You got to go a little further, man. So love to hear it. So
yeah.
in terms of DJ Carver Production LLC, man, I see you've done some great things. I know great things are coming down the pipeline, which leads to my next portion, vision. What are your short-term and long-term goals for the business?
My short term goals, I would say, is try to at least get some good gigs out of the way. Like it doesn't have to be that big. Try to get like a small event like children, school gigs. Sometimes a school gig will get you better because there's teachers right there. Teachers, they're gonna share you on the action of social media. So I would do is get a gig, try to get into the school gig and then try to DJ for like a basketball game and whatnot. Everybody gonna show everybody gonna share you on social media. And when social media get better and better, they probably gonna book me better. Then my long term goals, I would say, is try to stay on radio because sometimes radio is like a talk version, and I sometimes love to talk, and then sometimes when I get at the gig, I be nervous to talk, and I try to be that. But my long term goals is try to get talking on the mic, but I try to find something better for me, like radio. When I get on the radio, sometimes I practice on talking. That's kind of like my long goal. And then I want to keep going doing radio. And then once I get out there to the bigger gigs, like a concert or artist gig or whatnot, I can know how to talk better.
Yes, sir. Those are some great short-term and long-term goals, and I have no doubt that you will bring those. They'll all come to fruition.
Yeah.
So let's ask the $1 million question as we conclude this podcast. I started this podcast because I wanted to highlight the greatness coming out of Montgomery, whether you were born here or lived here for a significant period of your life. You being a hometown hero, I want to ask you, what makes you the most proud to be from Montgomery?
What makes me more proud? I don't know. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I don't know because I was born and raised in Montgomery. Uh, you said the question again.
Yeah, no worries. I was just asking you, what makes you the most proud to be from Montgomery?
I would say that there's a lot of visions in this town, especially for Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, because there's like a lot of old photos that's here that represent this town. Because Martin Luther King, he did a lot of us. He did literally a lot for us, especially for the Black people around here. So I definitely want to say props to Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks.
Yes, sir. We definitely have a rich history, and that's definitely something to be proud of, man. So great
Yeah.
answer. Appreciate you. And how can the people connect with you, Elijah? What are your social media handles and website?
Okay, so my Instagram is ITSDJCARVERLLC. The ITSDJCARVERLLC. If it doesn't have the LLC in it, that is a hack account. Also, you can follow me at Facebook as DJ Carver or at Elijah Williams. It doesn't matter which one. And those are my social media platforms.
Sounds good. And of course, I'll put all of that in the description of the episode. Hey,
Mm,
Elijah, thanks again for this conversation, man. I really appreciate you.
no problem.
Yes, sir. Good people. That concludes another dope episode of the Gumtown Podcast. We gone, but before we leave, remember, be blessed, be safe, but most importantly, have the audacity to be you. Gone. Thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate your time and your attention. Until next time.